Anyways, we are only 30 minutes into the stream. So, hold on. I'm going to... First, I'm going to close the game so that way I have access to my mouse again. Alright. I'm not going to raid out this early because that'd be weird. Actually, hold on. Hold on. I have an idea. I'm messaging the Serenity Waffle. Before stream, she had left to go somewhere. Of course, though, she made pancakes, which was great because that meant I didn't have to worry about making food for myself this morning. Anyways. If she's available to play right now, I'll have her come down and we'll switch to Hades. Since we're not going to be able to play on Monday. Oh, she's active. Oh, she's typing. If I had a capture card, I'd start playing the original Harvest Moon because I figured out that that was a thing. I didn't know that Harvest Moon had gotten added to... Only minute into the stream. Playing Hades on Monday that we could play some now if you were home. Whoa. She's typing. She's typing. She's typing. You could do art and I could hop on call with you for a bit. Feel like streaming it. Bit. Hi to chat. I'll switch this to just chatting for now. They can't see this. Reddit says hi, chat. Oh, I should put a marker. I'm gonna add a stream marker. Okay, so I may have started to work on something. Let me load up Krita and then we'll switch to this. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? There it is. So, if you are not familiar with this character, this is Mitch. She's my TV head, and for the month of October, I plan on using a pngtuber with her. If you want to draw her, I also have a reference sheet. I just haven't posted it to Discord yet. All my ref sheets can be found in my Discord channel, so if you want, go join my Discord channel. It's available for everyone to see. Get me on the call. Okay. Hold on, I'm forgetting how to do things. Da-da-da. Hi! Are you muted? We can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Hi!
Oh my gosh, you're so quiet. Hold on.
Do I need to get closer to the mic?
Hold on. I think I need to increase your volume.
Entirely possible.
Phone. So I don't know how.
Click on my name? Trying to remember how to do it on mobile. Wait, can you talk again real quick so I can make sure that chat can hear you?
I'm speaking.
Okay, you're just very quiet.
I can hear you now. Okay, hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. Did you see
It's like Tori. I contemplated making another Hades save and just showing off what I can do now that I'm better at the game.
Do you want to hear about my shopping haul?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I got myself a mouse.
Ooh.
So if in replacement of to do a hat in time, we can do that, and I will just play with a mouse and a keyboard. Then I also got myself a full-length mirror that'll hang over my door,
Ooh.
so I can finally do like fit checks and stuff. I can finally show off all of my outfits to the
Haha.
internet. Then I also bought
Oh.
yarn
Oh.
for the wig TM. You know which one.
Something's doing a hecky wecky.
Something's doing a hecky wecky. What's doing a hecky wecky? Is it like an audio hecky wecky? Is it a hecky wecky with the art?
It's the thing doing a hecky wecky. Hold on.
The thing is so specific, it tells me
Properties.
exactly what problem you have.
No, I want this. No. Oh, where is it? I think I need to move it. Oh. Hold on. Let me just... Sorry, chat, hold on. I haven't used this setup in a while.
Oh boy. Is it
Yeah, oh
Scuff?
boy. Scuff.
Okay. So anyway, then I went and I hopped in a thrift store just to kill time. And I found a Deuce Gorgon doll in the wild, which is insane.
What?
Yeah.
Is it
Like,
Gen
he's
3
just
Deuce
sitting
or Gen
on-
1?
I think he's Gen 1. He's definitely Gen 1. I was thinking of lines, not gens. Ooh. I got a knit cardigan that's ace colors. Not in the correct order, but they're ace colors.
Perfect. You love your knit cardigans.
Yes. Okay, so do you know my little navy dress without the sleeves that I wear the white lacy skirt on top of rather?
I think so.
Okay, well I got one that's I got a dress basically the inverse of that, where it's got a white background, red/pink rose print with like green vines and stuff. I will have to shorten the straps quite a bit, but that's not hard.
Yeah, that's easy.
I got a flowy little white shirt with semi-long sleeves. And it's got like a crinkly texture that I want to put under stuff. And that's what I got. That's my shopping haul.
Nice.
There's 3 different types of yarn. I also got one of them like styrofoam half circle deals. For the bun on the wig. Sorry about miscellaneous grocery bag noises.
Miscellaneous grocery bag noises.
Yep, miscellaneous grocery bag noises.
Art.
So how did Psychonauts go? As someone with no information on Psychonauts other than there was like a meat circus.
Yeah, okay, the meat circus is the last area of the game. So once it stopped okay, I shouldn't say it stopped glitching out for me because it didn't actually. I was able to defeat the part that I was getting stuck on, which is great. The only issue I had with it was there were some places where the character model would randomly get stuck with the or like walk funky. What I assume is what was happening was the colliding was goofing up. I'm not a game designer, nor am I knowledgeable about such things. But that's the best assumption I can make with the knowledge that I have. Anyways, so I'm working on Mitch.
Yeah.
And do you want me to show my screen? Or
No, I can vibe. I'm catching up on Discord notifications.
ah, fair. Okay. So you want to know something?
Sure.
Um so last night, for whatever reason, my phone stopped letting me use the YouTube app.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? I don't want to fall asleep now. Um so instead I was like, maybe I can play some Earthbound, because I had started playing Earthbound a while back, but I hadn't finished it.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, maybe I can do that. And then, as I was looking for Earthbound, I found out that Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo was now on, like, the Nintendo online thing. And I was like, oh, I can play this now.
You were wanting to play Harvest Moon. That's nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not a great Harvest Moon, let me tell you.
but...
So you can only hold 2 tools at a time.
Oh my gosh.
And tools include seeds.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's probably the worst. Right, I gotta color this face. Hold on. I also gotta take a drink.
Face. I wish I could take a drink. I did not bring a drink with me, and it was a mistake.
Oh no.
I could hypothetically run back to another store and buy myself a drink, but I've already spent enough money today.
Fair.
I kept it under $100 though, which is good.
That's good. Yeah. No, if I had a capture card, I'd probably be playing Harvest Moon on stream.
Just you wait. The paycheck after Minecraft. If nobody buys you on Throne,
yeah.
the capture card, then I will buy the capture card.
Say, yeah, by the way, I do have a throne.
Throne, you should buy her stuff. You know, if
you
you're
should
financially able.
Yeah, if you're financially able, it helps me out a lot. There's a lot of things that I either need or would greatly benefit my life.
And if you buy a capture card, there are so many games we can play.
Yeah, we have a lot of games that we can play on, like, console, because for most of our life that was like what we did. We were console gamers.
Yeah, we only.
And then I got a PC, and so now I'm like, oh, there are all these things that I can do.
But yeah,
you can tell I haven't warmed up yet.
I don't understand how warming up in art works.
I kind of do. I don't know how to explain it, though.
Lovely. I guess I'll stay in the dark.
Yep.
Except I'm in the middle of the sun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to separate this VOD up. Because I started playing Psychonauts, and I knew there was a chance that I would get through it pretty quickly. I just also did not want to finish it yesterday.
That's fair. I think maybe if you didn't want to finish it yesterday, you should have stopped sooner.
Well, no, I wanted to finish it yesterday when I started the stream.
Okay, yeah, but 2 hours in, you were completely done with things. Like, you had gotten past the annoying bit, and you had a good stopping point to say, okay, I can step back, and you kept going.
2 hours in, I was uh I was still kind of confident that I could finish it, and then things just didn't end up working out because I'm like, I don't know what to do. At one point in the VOD yesterday, I looked up what I was supposed to do for one portion of the game. And I was like, oh, it's that easy? It was in fact not that easy. But they get me. Then again, they also like removed all of my what's the bucket?
Brains.
Brain no. It had you can bind the buttons to certain actions that like certain abilities throughout the game, and for whatever reason the game decided that it was a good idea to just squish those out of where they were, so then I had to reset them all in order to have my previous abilities. I don't know why it did that. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And so, like, for the first part of a major platform section, I thought that I had to do it without my psychic powers. Turns out, no, that wasn't the issue.
Games are wild.
Very.
Games and computers, like, we have thinking rocks.
Yeah.
So that we can stimulate our own thinking things.
Together pieces of the mind.
Ooh. I really want to be done already and to be home.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, maybe she went out for a walk. But by the way, thank you for the pancakes.
You're very welcome. I was just like, I want to make pancakes. I only ate one because I also finished the brownies. But
I had seen that.
Yeah, that was me, Teehee.
That was you, Teehee?
That was me, Teehee.
Oh wait, that's the wrong brush.
That's so wrong?
It's the wrong brush. This doesn't have to be super neat.
Oh gosh, I've been sitting in the car for an hour. And that's after I did shopping.
Where are you guys at right now?
The hospital.
Oh, that's right. She had an appointment.
Yup. And I had to drive her because she doesn't know how coherent she's going to be at the end of it.
Which is fair.
So yeah, I took the opportunity. I was also going to buy another game controller. And I would have.
However,
you know, you can't. I was gonna get. There was a purple Xbox controller.
Oh. Your color.
Have like a staff member get it off the thing. But when I entered the store, all of the staff members were at the front in like a big old circle doing some kind of like hype thing or like briefing. And so none of them were back there, so I just didn't get. And I got a mouse instead because that was like $15 cheaper.
And also you needed one anyways.
Yeah, I needed one anyways. Both would be nice. But I can make do with what I've got.
Oh gosh. What did I put for the inside of the mouth? Hold on. Is it just black? I think it's just black.
No
Okay.
such thing as just. There are so many different kinds of black.
Well, yeah, but in this case, it is the most black a computer can make a black.
The void.
The void. Yeah.
To hang on my door.
Okay, so it's this color.
I feel like buying furniture.
Huh?
I feel like an adult buying furniture and like clothes and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you know the mushroom lamp that Prickly Alpaca made?
I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I understand the gist.
It's one of her more recent videos.
Okay.
She was like, I don't know how to make this like both see-through and the shape I want, and I'm like, theoretically, one could stretch sheer fabric over a mushroom-shaped mold and cover it in glue, kind of like the same way wig caps are made for dolls.
Sorry, you said wig caps, and my brain thought, oh yeah, like shoes. Doll shoes. Like the really janky way I used to try and make doll shoes.
Mm-hmm. I forgot that was the way you used to make doll feet. Or doll shoes.
Feet.
Doll feet!
I can't make doll feet. That is beyond my skill level.
Yeah. Put together pieces of the mind.
I need to figure out how I'm gonna attach this like styrofoam dome to the wig.
Styrofoam dome.
Styrofoam dome for the bun, for Hazel's bun, her like big circle bun. I was gonna grab the little like styrofoam wreath things, but those aren't thick enough and they're too large. So we have a dome instead. And I'm just gonna like carve the center. And then cover it in tape. In like masking tape. And then also probably a layer of glue.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is the yarn is super light. So this is hopefully, depending on how the beads turn out, not going to be a super heavy wig, in spite of the fact that it will be massive.
Mm-hmm.
I did also see they do sell like little wood beads that are approximately the size I would want. So hypothetically, I could buy like 2 packs of those and then like build them up to different sizes. To probably closer to like 4 or 5 packages. Wow, this is gonna take so long.
Sorry, I just remember the Angie face that I showed you?
Angie!
Guess what time it is? It's time to color in the Angie face.
Angie face.
Yeah, this has to be
Angie
one
colors.
of the most detailed PNG tubers I've done, next to the Monster Hunter one.
Yeah. Detailed in very different ways, though.
Yeah. Last night I was pondering what I was gonna do today for stream, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm pretty close to finishing Psychonauts. I might as well.
Yeah.
Right, I'm using not the brush that I want. The other day, Tori and I were talking about Krita brushes. Well, I was in Tori's chat, and Tori was talking about brushes, and I was joining in on the conversation. And I was like, we have one person who makes brushes that we know of. Because all the other people who've made brushes haven't updated them to the newest versions of Krita. And so they won't work. Yeah. And so it's like, what are we supposed to do? We're not Clip Studio Paint. Maybe one day the Krita people will make it so that Clip Studio paintbrushes and the words Photoshop brushes are compatible with the programming. Maybe one day.
Maybe. That seems like a difficult thing to do, though. I don't know. As someone who knows almost nothing about, like, coding.
Which, yeah, I also don't know. And until then, we have one person that we rely on for brushes. And they're really good brushes, it's just I want more brushes.
And I can't get them yet because I don't have a Ko-fi account.
I don't think you need to have a Ko-fi account.
I tried grabbing them once. And I couldn't.
Okay.
So
Ko-fi isn't hard to set up.
I don't know because doing it without your supervision, but
Which is fair.
my phone is so warm from being on.
Well, yeah, because you're on Discord.
Yep. And if I go to a different app, it'll be worse.
Yeah, don't do that.
I want to, though. I ran out of things to scroll through. Oh, wait. No,
That's why I'm trying to keep you busy, preoccupied with something that isn't the words are not enough. You're not stimulated.
Words are not stimulating enough. It doesn't matter like what format. Words are not stimulating enough. I need to have more than just words.
You need to be consuming something.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the sticky note I put on?
Yes, I did. I was tempted to put a sticky note of my own underneath it and say I've been new because that is something that I did already know about.
I didn't.
I did. I know so much. I know many things.
So, to clarify what we're talking about to the lovely people at home, I was watching some chronic illness like TikToks. Well, at least TikToks that made their way onto YouTube in the form of compilations. Yeah. And someone pointed out, like, hey, if you eat the same food every day and you're very, like, sensitive to certain textures, you could be autistic. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I don't eat the same food every day, but
that's one of the first things I learned.
You are more on the up and up than I am.
Yep. Mostly because one of the people I follow makes it a point to truth any of their friends that they can.
Me over here just, oh, I didn't know this. Oh no. There have been times in my life where I've just eaten the same thing every day for 3 meals a day. It's not healthy.
See,
It was,
I can't do that for 3 meals a day. Not anymore. I used to, but
yeah. So for those curious, what I would used to eat on a daily basis for 3 meals a day for good while, especially during school, was a cheese sandwich, but it wasn't grilled. I didn't make it on
it's so wrong.
I didn't make it on a frying pan or a grill or a panini press
Or any of the things that make sense.
or any of the things that make sense. I used the microwave. Now, some of you may be thinking, that's not too cursed. Oh, it is.
It's so cursed! Cause, like, the cheese would, like, bubble and go all over the edges, and it would be, like, too gooey, and, like, a little, like, slimy is not the correct word, but it's the closest word my brain is giving.
Greasy.
Yeah. It's, like, and not a normal cheese grease. Like, a very, oh, it was so bad. And then you take, like, all of the little cheese bits and, like, all of the stringy bits, and you'd wrap them around the rest of it. Oh. I hate it. I hate the way it smells different from normal, like, cheese preparation, too.
Well, yeah, one, I don't have butter on the bread. So it's just bread that's getting steamed by cheese steam.
It's so bad.
Someone is probably, like, imagining the texture. The texture wasn't great either. Especially if it went in for too long. If it went in for too long, it would get, like, chewy and rubbery.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
There are a lot of cursed things that I won't bring onto stream, but my eating habits, my former eating habits, I will happily talk about.
I'm so glad you're done with that. That was so bad and unhealthy and gross.
Yeah. This mildly amuses me.
Things you're looking at that I can't see.
Yeah, so I'm working on the Angie face. And it's just... because the tongue on the one where I'm supposed to be talking, is going up, it looks very funny.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm just enjoying my own humor here. Just... Wait, hold on.
I did my outside for the day. I even did my hair.
You did your hair?
I did my hair. I did it up in the side bun, like my flowers and stuff. Like one of the lavender foam flowers, and then the white fabric one that's a hair clip and a pin.
Yeah. Hold on. I realized a mistake that I made. I didn't add her eyelashes.
I know. Let her have Flash.
Or wait. I was like, oh, I'll just trace over it. And then I'm like, why didn't it get brighter? Might have something to do with the fact that I didn't have alpha lock off.
Oh. I have still not learned all of the ways of alpha lock.
You should, because it's good. It's so convenient.
I should know many art things. However, my learning curve on that is also, I think, just like doing traditional art like brains more.
It brains better in
that's
the.
What I've done for so long.
It brains better in the directions you want.
Yeah.
I like how I coined the phrase in our house, the brain is braining. But it's braining in the wrong direction.
I contributed to that.
Yes, you did. The brain is braining. I am really tired. I just got hit with a wave of tired, and I don't know why. I got nearly 8 hours of sleep.
I mean, you're in our industry, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, and I suppose I am trying to just keep up conversation while I'm coloring things in. Because that's mainly what I'm working on right now. Group that layer. Oh. I will put that there. Angie. Okay. I forgot that this is what the flustered face looks like.
Teehee, imagine getting flustered. Visually. I'm so upset that I don't, like, visually blush that much.
I wish I visually blushed as well. Like, if there's something that's really gonna make me blush, then I'm full out bright red. I turn into a tomato. But that doesn't.
I've never seen you turn into a tomato.
Oh, there are people who have. Of course, this was back when I was still Christian and was not open to talking about certain things.
Trauma.
Oh boy. Yeah, there are still times where I have to remind myself that I can do things. Even if I, because, like, there were certain things that I made a Tumblr post about this. So for those who don't know, I was formerly Christian, even though I'm still counted as being a part of that church for whatever stupid reason. Whatever stupid reason
Legally,
that I'm not gonna.
Counted.
Yeah, legally. There's a whole bunch of paperwork I would have to do to technically leave that, but I no longer believe those same belief systems, so I count myself as having left. But one of the biggest things was we weren't supposed to watch certain things like rated R movies or like things that were sexually explicit or like the best way I can think to say this right now is just horny posting kind of thing. And so now every once in a while, now that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm free of that. I don't have to worry about it. I can do what I want. I can do the stuff that makes me happy. Which may confuse a whole lot of people, and it's to some others it may make complete sense because they may have gone through that as well. The adjustment period after religion. It's funny too. I used to look at the people who left the particular belief in Christianity that I was a part of. I used to look at them like, why would you ever leave this? It's amazing. And now I look back at that and like, no! I understand now.
It's amazing what growing up can do.
It's amazing what going out of a former perspective can do.
Broaden your horizons.
Broadening my horizons. Oh, I'm like, why isn't this doing the thing? I forgot to unlock the thing. Doing it. Alpha locking is great for when I need to add gradients to Mitch's eyeballs. Because that's the way she works.
We love computer things.
We love my TV head. And I've contemplated making another one. I've also contemplated making a TV head, like, base sheet. But also, I'm already working on the new Furloa, the advanced Furloa ref sheet. Yeah, it's a ref sheet, but it's also a base sheet. Oh boy, there's so many features. So many features that I have to draw out. And I have to draw the different angles on them. And oh boy. It's a thing.
Ref sheets are something.
Yeah.
Imagine making a ref sheet. Couldn't be me.
No. Even though, like, for a lot of my characters, I make the ref sheets first. That doesn't always happen. And it hasn't happened, like, my kobold I've been wanting to redo the ref sheet on. Like, human Sapphire still needs a ref sheet. I still need to draw a pngtuber version of the official human Sapphire instead of just Chibi Saph over here. Like, there's nothing wrong with Chibi Saph. She's easy to draw, and she's very cute. But I also would like another one that's not so chibi. And I asked Tori to do it, but Tori doesn't do human stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. Tori is Tori, and we'll do a Tori.
Oh, I don't know if you've checked Tori's Discord notifications yet. But their ceiling kinda did a bit of an oopsie doopsie.
Oh no.
There's a leak in their roof that their landlord was supposed to have fixed a long time ago, but hasn't yet.
Yeah.
And the dip in the ceiling kind of finally came crashing down. Not in their room, it was in the kitchen, which is still bad, but
It could be worse.
It could be worse. Oh, I know why I'm tired. I had to handle a phone call earlier.
Oh. Yeah, that explains it. glass is warm. Why is this glass warmer than that glass? Hold on. They're the
What?
same glass. I'm touching different windows in the car.
Different angles of the sun?
No, they're on the same side.
They can be on the same side and have different coverage.
There is no shade anywhere near me.
I don't know what to tell you then. That's confusing.
Exactly, that's why I pointed it out. It's confusing. Gosh, by the minute, I'm getting more and more tempted to go all the way back to the store just to get, like, water. Or a snack or something.
Aren't there water bottles in the car?
They're gonna be warm. I can't see any of them currently. Let me do some finding.
Are you in the front seat? That might be why.
Yes, I'm in the front seat. Are they in the back?
They're in not the backpack, but like the row behind the front seat.
Because if they're in the pouches, they are not there. They do not exist.
Ah, dang. I thought we still had bottles in there.
Nope.
If I could hydrate for you, I would.
Wouldn't that be so convenient?
Yeah, just have one person hydrate for the rest of the world. No one would ever die of dehydration.
But, like, just have, like, a person who can also hydrate for you.
I love Moofy's... Not Moofy. Gosh. Mitch's... What is it with my characters and starting with M?
M.
It's just... meh. We got Moofy and then we got Mitch.
That's only 2.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Did I forget to copy... Oh no! I forgot to copy it!
Copy what?
So, for most of Mitch's faces, the talking and the, idle are just a little different. Like, so I basically just copy, the face things over, like the coloring for them. And,
Did not do that.
I forgot to do that with this one face. So now I've got to go erase some things.
No, I don't want to say wings. I wanted to say wigs.
Wix? Like W-I-X or W-I-G-S?
WGS.
Ah. There we go. It wasn't too hard of a fix, it was just annoying. Plus... That's not how you spell flustered. There we go. Some of these faces I forgot how they looked, and then it's just, oh, That's right. This is that face. Try it this way.
This.
No.
So, my phone has decided I am no longer allowed to have, like, the little type bar. I can't see it.
Oh, are you blind typing?
No, I can see the words. I just can't see where the little typing indicator is, like the little bar.
Oh no.
Blind typing will help me in this case. Like, my experience with blind typing.
Mm-hmm.
Boop 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 boop. In the middle of a sentence, and I just stopped it, and I don't remember any of what that sentence was.
Mm-hmm.
Boop 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 boop. I'm thinking of lig logistics? Wig logistics. I've done so much braining today.
Is your brain fully tired now?
Not like fully tired, like I definitely couldn't take a nap. But I am just kind of done.
You're like, I'm ready to get out of this car.
I want to be out of the car. I want to be home. I want to, like, maybe get a little more progress on this, like, cosplay that I want to do.
Yeah, do you want to explain to chat what the cosplay is? Because I know what it is, but chat doesn't.
You know what it is. Okay. So, basically, I have this OC that I originally made when I was, like, hyperfixated on doll repainting, based off of, the concept of white hot chocolate, like turning white hot chocolate into a character. And her name is Hazel, and I love her dearly, and she is a lot.
Uh-huh.
She's got a big poofy Lolita dress with, like, multiple textures and beads everywhere, and her hair is made of yarn, and she's got this little, like, straw headband thing that I'm gonna have to make. Oh, it's gonna be a lot. It's not
The
gonna
straw
be too much. I
headband thing
think I
shouldn't
can
be
do it.
too hard.
It shouldn't. It's just because it's not centered on the wig that it's going to give me. I'm thinking what I might do is have both, like, clips, like hooks on the bottom of it that I can hook in, and then a small magnet on the cap, just so it's extra secure.
Yeah.
But
What are you going to make the
because
straw out of?
Probably just, I have some, like, wrapping paper, like the rolls, the cardboard rolls that are underneath.
Yeah. Wrapping paper tubes.
That I'm gonna cover them in layers of hard glue and then paint it. And then I'm probably also gonna make the...
If you wanted it to be heavy, you could just use resin.
But I don't want it to be heavy because it's gonna be a wig and the beads are gonna be 50% of the weight.
Yeah.
Come on. Where's a picture of this? I know I have a picture of this relatively recently. If I have a more recent picture of it on my laptop as compared to my phone, I will be very surprised. Oh my gosh, okay. We're opening Instagram then. And we're gonna take a screenshot.
I wish I could take screenshots on my phone. For whatever reason, I can't seem to get it to happen, no matter what buttons I press.
Funky! See, I couldn't take screenshots on my phone for the longest time because I didn't have a home button.
Yeah, that was your issue.
It was my issue for several years.
Years. Now you're starting to sound like Steven's best impression of Mark.
Who's your favorite Packer team?
Go Vikings!
The Vikings.
Someone in my comics is gonna get very angry about that. If they do, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yay, YouTube things. It helps if you say them at the beginning, apparently.
Yeah. But I never want to. What I need to have is like a little, is a button that when I press it, it will, make a little thing pop up in like the corner. It's just a thing that I need to do.
Yeah.
Or when you get to editing the videos, you could do it.
Potentially.
Potentially.
You have to make the graphic, though.
Yeah. That's not hard. I make the...
You know,
I make the vector...
Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah. I make the vector files in Inkscape, and then I bring them over into Krita and animate them. Unless Krita's gonna have a bad day, in which case I really don't want to animate. So, okay. This is something that's bothered me for a while. Krita animation is the worst. It is actually the worst, at least in my opinion. And there's a reason why I say it's the worst. So, for those of you who have never worked in Krita before, Krita is usually fairly stable, at least when you're drawing. When you're animating, however, it is not as stable. If I've been drawing for a while and I were to switch to animating, and I've done this on stream before where I've switched to animate something, Krita will just crash. I'll like go to add a frame, it'll just crash. I'm guaranteed one crash per animating session, at least. And then if I'm trying to render something out, after it finishes the render, Krita completely closes. It just crashes. I'm like, it's so annoying. I just want to animate and have a decent time. I love animating, but it's so annoying to deal with. You haven't died of heat stroke in the car yet, have you?
No, I have not. I'm just focusing.
Ah. The focused quiet.
I was trying to find a picture. Oh wait, fart, I can I can do. I can do. I can do.
You can do?
I can do.
You can do.
I can do many.
How many?
A lot of many. You know, if my phone decides it doesn't want to be a furnace. It's so warm in my
Your
head and I
phone
don't
on
wanna
Discord
turn
is Moth's Switch on any game that she plays.
My phone is just, it gets warm so easily because it's old.
Yeah. I was about to be like, oh, I think my shoes arrived today. No, they don't. They arrive, next Tuesday.
I almost bought a leather jacket.
Why didn't you?
There were leather jackets for $13. They were black leather jackets, and black, that's not my thing.
But
I feel like if I'm gonna get a leather jacket, I want it to be like a bright one, like maybe like a baby blue or a lavender or a white.
you want the pastel motorcycle punk.
Yeah. How cute would that be? Also,
It'd be
leather
very
jackets are
cute,
easy.
but also you would look very cute in a leather jacket even if it was black.
Yeah, I'll probably get a black leather jacket one day.
I've always wanted a leather jacket, it's just they often don't come in my size in like a women's fit.
Yeah.
Also, they're very expensive.
My hair is gonna be so fluffy when I take it out of this bun.
Oh boy. I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm like, why isn't it changing the size of the brush? I'm pressing the wrong button.
Press the wrong button.
I pressed the wrong button.
I found a twisty yarn. I found a twisty yarn with like gold in it. That's mostly white, like off white. And I'm so happy about that. And one of the other yarns, it's like it has loopy bits all throughout.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like premium texture.
Nice. I'm getting a considerable amount done.
That's good.
Yee. Actually, we'll do the talking version first, because then all I gotta do is erase half of it.
Oh,
At least...
pressed the wrong button. Press the wrong button.
That's not the right color. No, that's not the right brush. Did you brush your teeth?
Yes, I did. Before we left.
I brushed my teeth before I had pancakes.
I love that our toothbrushes are pastel now.
Yeah. I kind of miss the darker blue, but it's not bad. Don't ask me why I have that partially memorized.
You know exactly what. You're very normal about that game. You're so normal about that game.
I've been pretty normal about it these past few months, actually.
Fix it. I've become less normal again. Because I was reminded of story mode things. And I am tempted to give another go at Inner Agent 3.
On Splatoon 2.
Yeah. Oh, I also, when I went to the thrift store, I attempted to find white shoes for the cosplay. There were no like white heels.
Dang.
There were like white tennis shoes that were entirely white and nothing else. But there were not white heels at all. There were also like quite a few pairs of very bedazzled heels.
Oh. Fancy.
Oh my gosh, there's one again. Oh, it turned my mirror. Oh, it turned it back.
Me eepy.
You eepy, you need to end stream?
I don't want to end Steam though.
You can keep going.
I can keep going. I have 20 minutes left. Just probably also going to conk out the second I get the opportunity.
Yeah. I'm very tempted to take out my bun right now, but I want you to see it when we get home. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that I went shopping because I would have been bored out of my mind and I would have run out of phone battery if I stayed.
Yeah. That do be how things work. Why isn't it? I didn't unlock the thing. I forgot her eyelashes on this one too. Goodness gracious. How many of these did I forget to draw eyelashes on her? Actually, I think this is the last one where I forgot.
Oh. People are learning about my doll skills in a Discord server.
Yeah. I have an itch on my back.
That's so cool. I'm just like, it's a thing that happens.
Sorry! I said I have an itch on my back, and then you were like, that's so cool! And I'm like, what do you mean? And then you continued going.
Like a gasping face with like the O mouth as a reaction.
I mean, like...
Who did that? Can I look at who did that? I don't know. I don't know how.
Oh! Da, 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 dun. Hold on, I just got it. Right in the center of my back. Well, right in the center between my shoulder blades.
So I'm tempted to sew the doily. To like sew a giant mock doily out of like cotton or something.
Yeah, theoretically you could.
Theoretically I could, like making a whole bunch of like little half circle pieces. And then like it would just be a whole bunch of like, circle pieces, pretty much. Of like half circle, circle, and then like different strips that I'd sew together.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'd sew them onto. It would be interesting.
You could also take strips of fabric and just kind of macrame style the doily into being.
See,
It
but
would
that
take...
requires me learning macrame.
You only need to know one knot, technically speaking.
The buying more yarn part might be the issue, though. I also might have to buy, like, more white fabric. We'll see. I saw a really nice white fabric, but it was, first of all, it was very expensive. It was $20 a yard.
Oof.
Because it was like a sheer fabric with gold glitter and then white pearls sewn on already. So it was like, you know, it's
pretty, but also pretty expensive.
Pretty expensive. Do not feel like doing that. I could get away with using 1 yard of it because it's Hazel, and she's multiple texture.
Whack. Young lovers, love the thing until the mother till hey, love. Hey. Oh, I'm like, why is it so silent? One, because I don't have chill hop going.
Get the chill hop.
I don't really want to. For one reason. Because they might not be able to hear you over the music.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I can leave.
No! You are keeping me awake. You're
okay.
not allowed to leave.
Be awake. Be so awake. You're very awake.
I need the theater child energy radiating from you.
I'm glad to know it radiates.
Yes, that's how it works. That's how the theater children sense each other.
As a theater child, pardon?
I'm not elaborating.
Like, I understand to an extent, but also, no. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Hang up on me.
Why?
Mom's calling.
Okay, hold on. We're so alone here. I'm putting it back to this. I'll switch it back when Serenity's done with the phone call. Or if it's time to end stream. One of the two. Okay. I was about to be like, oh, she's done. No, she isn't. I still have a lot to go. I just wanted to get the faces out of the way. Which face do I have active on there? Ah, that one. If I were to switch this into my animation format, I could play this and it would, it's animated. It's fun. We'll go to this face, though. Oh, did I leave the talking one on? Okay. Oh boy. Knew I put this all on one layer. No, because what if I need to change something? Okay, then. I only really need to see one side since it's mostly symmetrical all the way. There we go. Then I'm gonna group. Dun, 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 dun. Ring, ring. Hello, this is urgent care. We put the urgent. How can we help you today? I need a doctor. A doctor, gosh darn it. What seems to be the problem? It's my butt! Gotcha. We'll put you right through to the butt doctor. Hello, this is Dr. Butt. Ha! 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 Sir, please calm down. Can you explain your symptoms? My butt has a fever. My pants can't believe it. Fever shaking all the change in my pocket like a seizure. Someone better get a glass of water for my butt. Someone better call a special doctor for my butt. Why do I remember so much of that? Well, I know why. It's because I've been listening to it a lot. I've never watched the Bob's Burgers movie, and yet... And yet... To the bottom, to the hay loft. That's the wrong color. Blood on the street, bloody history. Why am I getting a phone call from my mom? Hold on just a second, chat. You know, she's lucky that when I have my phone on silent, I at least have it in a place where I can see when someone's calling me. She just wanted to let me know when they were going to be coming back. It's not going to be for a while more, which is fine by me. It's just she also needs me to go pick up something. Which is a bit annoying, but oh well. Not much I can do about it. One of the things that I contemplated doing for Mitch and then I realized I couldn't do it the way I wanted to is make a game controller that reacts to the movements. But the reason I can't do that is just because VideoTube is not equipped for that sort of thing. And so I'm really tempted to just make my own toontuber thing. I think I've talked about it before, but I have written up the idea sheet for a toontuber software to make it, one, easier, and two, a little bit more fluid. VetoTube is fine as it is. It just doesn't do everything that I want it to do. Which I think is something other people can say as well. My daddy's got a gun, my daddy's got a gun, my daddy's got a gun. My phone is gonna alarm me in a second. Okay, I'm gonna save. Alright. I'm going to... I'll go to the screen. I need to make a proper end screen. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you will consider subscribing and ding the bell for notifications on future videos like this. And if you liked it, please consider giving it a like. Is there anyone that I want to raid today? Oh gosh, that's right. Hold on. For whatever reason, I don't know why, every time I shut off my computer or restart it, the next time it powers on, Chrome decides that it's going to break whatever search engine I had on it and change it to just the Chrome default. And it's like, no, that's not what I wanted. Is there anyone live right now? Nope. Okay, I'll just end stream then. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I will see you guys later.